Hello.
I'm joined now by Congressman Ro Khanna. Congressman, thanks for joining me.
Happy New Year, Brian.
Happy New Year to you too. So we had some new news come out just yesterday, and that is that there are not just 1 million documents in the Epstein files that have yet to be released. We're looking at over 5 million documents at this point. So can I have your reaction to the fact that we've got millions more documents than even previously known?
This has become one of the biggest cover-ups in American history. It is one of the biggest scandals.
Thanks for the donation, Chris. Appreciate it.
In American history. You had the Attorney General, Pam Bondi, 6 months ago saying, no more documents exist. There's nothing to be seen. And now Massey and my Epstein Transparency Act suddenly has revealed that there are 5 million documents. And these documents contain the names of dozens of men who either covered up the sexual abuse of young girls, visited Epstein's rape island, or participated in sex trafficking or sex assault. It is horrific, and they all need to come out, these documents.
Well, to that end, we have news, thanks to the New York Times, and a story about Marjorie Taylor Greene, where she confessed that during a conversation between her and Trump said that the reason that he wasn't supportive of this effort was because he didn't want his friends to get hurt. That was a quote from Marjorie Taylor Greene. So your reaction to the notion that Donald Trump is actually actively engaged in this cover-up because he has friends that he's trying to protect?
Look, the biggest people involved in this are people in New York. How do I know? Because the survivors have said that. They haven't told me the specific names, but they've said things like prominent finance person, prominent person at a bank, prominent politician. And it makes sense because Epstein spent a lot of his time in New York. And guess who else spent a lot of his time in New York? Donald Trump.
Right.
And so they have had overlapping social circles, both in Mar-a-Lago and in New York. And Trump really doesn't hide this. He keeps saying, well, a lot of people.
Do you donate $2? Let me see.
And wanted to bring that club. Lost his one. They think goes to show.
Well, that's a terrible video. Thanks for the donation, dude.
People are going to get hurt. I don't want people to get hurt. So, you know, he's pretty transparent about it. But the reality is there are statements that the survivors made to the FBI. And in those statements, they name other rich and powerful men who raped them or who visited Epstein's rape island. Those statements need to come out. It's not the quantity of documents, Brian. It is the nature of those documents. My problem isn't the timing. My problem isn't as much that they haven't released everything. My problem is they're not releasing the stuff that matters, that has the names of the powerful men who committed these heinous crimes.
You know, there is this notion, thanks to that Marjorie Taylor Greene quote, for example, that he's looking out for other people, but it doesn't really strike me as his character to put himself at risk for others. I mean, this is somebody who will be perfectly content to discard somebody the moment they lose their usefulness. We've seen that play out with Michael Cohen, George Papadopoulos, Gordon Sondland, Kayleigh McEnany, Ronna McDaniel, Rance Priebus, Mike Pence, Lauren Boebert, Marjorie Taylor Greene. This guy will happily discard somebody. Yeah. So given that reality, do you believe him when he says the reason that I don't want to participate in this transparency effort is because I'm looking out for my friends as opposed to him just looking out for himself?
I've long since given up speculating on Donald Trump's motives. What I will say from all my involvement is that a lot of his friends and people who he's associated with are going to be implicated. That he has things that are embarrassing, obviously, that continue to leak. And there may be things about Mar-a-Lago, about his ties to Epstein, that he's embarrassed about coming out. And there are, in my view, unanswered questions about who had this kind of influence on Epstein and the government. And
Tonight, we continue to follow breaking news. Federal authorities say a mass killing plan was stopped just days before New Year's Eve. Thank you for joining us here at 4 o'clock. I'm Nick Sturtevant.
And I'm Jane Monreal. Investigators say an 18-year-old Mint Hill man had been planning an attack for nearly a year in support of ISIS. Tonight, we have team coverage as we follow the latest in the investigation. WCNC Charlotte's Julie Kay is joining us in studio, and Anna King is live from...
Looks like a black dude, but probably got sucked into it through like the Muslim Brotherhood or something.
Uptown, where federal authorities announced charges for the man today. But we start with Anna. And what are you learning about the serious threat this was?
Yeah, federal officials called this a thoroughly thought out plan, and I got an idea of that just reading through this criminal complaint here today. Now, they say this plan has been in the works for months, if not longer. A federal investigation underway after investigators dismantle a planned New Year's Eve attack.
I believe that's everyone's famous last words. It's never going to happen here. It will never, that can't be my neighbor. It can happen anywhere.
18-year-old Christian Sturtevant of Mint Hill is a suspect facing charges in the attempt that investigators say was in support of the terrorist organization.
There's no graphic stuff in the 2-minute video, but you should watch cause it's just created very good, trust me.
No, it's garbage. I can't stand listening to that guy's voice. It's fucking stupid. Thanks for the donation, D.
ISIS. They say in early December, Sturtevant allegedly sent an image of 2 hammers and a knife.
Pen the second placer, donate $2.
Silence, break the silence, come crashing into my world. Words are very...
Okay, well, that's video. Thanks for the donation, dude.
Making a religious hand sign to who he believed was an ISIS member through social media. In reality, it was an undercover FBI officer.
He didn't think he was working alone.
This guy was gonna conduct a terror attack with 2 knives and 2 hammers?
He contacted 2 different members that he thought were ISIS and working with him, obtaining firearms for him. They happened to be undercover agents.
In those conversations, authorities say Sturtevant told the officer he had been planning an attack for about a year. He also mentioned wanting to carry out an attack at a food market in Charlotte. Federal officials say Sturtevant worked at a Burger King in Mint Hill, located within walking distance of a grocery store, both believed to be potential targets.
So we were concerned the attack could happen at any time, and I could tell you the FBI had 24/7 surveillance on this subject all hours of night.
As for the motive, the suspect allegedly told the undercover officer he was angry over U.S. military actions in Iraq and Syria, saying Americans would, quote, pay for the airstrikes.
Fucking weird. Nicholas Irving on killing gay terrorists in Afghanistan. 80% of them sleep with men.
Okay, so it wasn't just the rhetoric that was put into your head by, I guess, your senior officers.
Mm-hmm.
You
Killing Titan donated $2.
You ready? Blythe. Kill 3 dispatch.
Looks like a really nice dog.
Go ahead, Kilo 3.
Canine Athos is requesting his signal C.
Check. All units stand by for a special broadcast per the authority of the Bartlett Police Department. Attention all units. This is the final shift of K9 Athos as he concludes his service with the Bartlett Police Department and begins his retirement. We honor and thank Athos for 6 years of loyal and faithful service to the Bartlett Police Department, his handlers, Officer Aaron Meadows and Officer Casey Knight, and the citizens of the city of Bartlett, Tennessee. On behalf of your family in blue, we extend our deepest gratitude and heartfelt congratulations on a well-earned retirement.
That's a good dog. Thanks for the donation, Killing Titan.
went over there and you saw some things to say, yo,
Yeah.
nah, this everything that they've been telling me about these people rings true.
Oh, yeah.
from how they treat their women to even how they treat, we call them chai boys, like chai tea. We call them chai boys. And how men are for pleasure and only women are for reproduction. Women don't really have a purpose. It's just to reproduce. But when you start to see the little boys with the older men and stuff that they do, then there's this thing that in Afghanistan, it was like Man Love Thursday. And I accidentally walked in a tent. I thought it was like the snack tent where we had like our Gatorade and chips and stuff. I walked into the wrong tent and I seen about 20 plus dudes, like they weren't wrestling.
Hold up, maybe I'm not following you here.
Man Love
because
Thursday.
I want to make.
You know, a lot of this does kind of make sense. So they're all gay as hell.
Make sure I'm getting this correct, because you will damn near be beheaded. Like, they don't play homosexuality, transsexuality, none of that over there.
Yeah, there was a mission out in Afghanistan. We're in a tree line and stuff went down. We're plucking some dudes off. Pause. We're taking down some enemy, coming out the tree line.
The Islamic Republic is finished. BTW, did you know that the IRG stands for Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, not Islamic Republic? Also, Iran is pronounced with an E, not an I.
Mm-hmm. If Iran shots and violently kills peaceful protesters, which is their custom, United States of America will come to the rescue. Well, yeah, it looks like they're going to assist with the overthrow of the government. It's not really about protecting protesters. It's about assisting with the overthrow of the government. So yeah, they're done. And yeah, I know that about the IRGC. Thanks for the donation, G. Appreciate it.
Butt naked. And in the tree line, we were pulling dudes. We had to pull guys out of each other. And they had makeshift condoms on of like saran wrap and a bow tie of like yarn at the base of it. And we had to pull some dudes apart out of each other.
Hold on.
Yeah.
You saw this with your own eyes?
Touch the body.
Dude, it must be some like weird double standard shit where it's like, it's not gay, it's just, you know, boys being boys.
Bodies.
So you're telling me you guys killed them? So what do you have? 33 confirmed kills?
On that deployment, yeah.
No. What's your total confirmed? I know you will never know it because you were a machine gunners.
Yeah.
But what is your confirmed kill?
In all of my whole career, I have no idea.
Yeah.
I killed more people on my first deployment. Record? My first deployment, I killed more than 33 people. That was in Iraq, yeah. My first deployment, easily over 33 people.
Okay. So let's just say what's on record when people search you and it's Army sniper, Army Ranger, 33 confirmed kills. Mm-hmm. Let's just say, we know it's more, but let's just say it's 33.
Mm-hmm.
Are you telling me part of that 33 were men having sex with men, killed in the act, and you physically had to pull this man's body part out of another man?
I didn't pull his body. I pulled the body. I didn't go down and just touch his thing. No, it was not the body. Yeah, during that time we were cutting people's fingers off for fingerprint analysis. That was back then, and you had to pull body. We had to pull their bodies off of each other. So my guy, won't say his name, so he could cut the fingers off of him, put him in a plastic bag in his pocket, come back and you take it to a 3-letter agency building and they run some fingerprint analysis, DNA. We've taken jawbones off of target from a suicide bomber for dental records. Yeah.
Okay, did I hear you correctly? You said they had a condom with a string attached to it?
It wasn't even a condom. It was like saran wrap and a bow tie of like burlap yarn or something like that at the base of it, tied tight.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I'm not kidding you. No, 100% on everything I love. Yeah.
Okay, and I don't know if this is war crimes or you can even answer stuff like this, but were y'all, did you take pictures?
Oh, we have to, yeah. We took pictures of everything. Not of them doing it, of course, but yeah. We took pictures.
So there's a picture somewhere in the ether, somewhere in the universe,
yeah,
of men stuck inside of men dead.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We thought it on like ISR, the overhead footage of what we're basically allowed to see on target. We'll call it like a drone or a C-130 or whatever, flying up above, and yeah, you get a chance to see an overhead view. And to us at the time, they were over near some weapons cache, and we had tracked them all day until nighttime. And when they were all on each other, it just looked like one big hot spot. I didn't know, no one.
Fucking weird. GD22 could you watch this? It's much shorter video of the clips coming out of Iran.
Wow. Arak, Lordegan, Marvadasht, and Delfan as workers, shop owners, students. Now, the next video we are going to watch is of the Iranian people chanting for the return of their king. No chants against the West, no chants against Israel, just a chant for their freedom. Let's watch. I want you to remember something, okay? If you would have chanted this thing in front of the regime before the outburst, you could have been executed because, well, you're not showing support to the speak Persian. Every time you hear the word Shah, they're chanting for him to come back. I'm against their oppressive regime. Let's watch. Republic of Iran police guy, I think somebody threw a Molotov cocktail at him and he just lit on fire for a few seconds. Let's watch. Guys, I don't think you understand the bravery it takes to fight off the oppressor. Iranian people.
Yeah, it looks like the Iranian regime's cooked. Like, I mean, Trump outright said it, that they're basically going to help with the overthrow of the government, so they're just done. Which is nice. About time. Thanks for the donation, G.
One dude was like, that's a bunch of dudes doing it. No, just like a ball of a hot spot. They start going for the weapons caches and shooting at us, and it went down. But before,
just for my own clarity and for the viewers' clarity, isn't homosexuality frowned on? I mean, this is not.
Dude, it's so fucking weird, too. There's a lot of really pretty good-looking Afghan girls. And they'd rather fuck, like, gross, hairy, stinky Afghan dudes. Like, what the fuck? So weird.
The United States, where there are organizations leading the fight for equality I was always under the assumption that over in Afghanistan and over in the Middle East, that was it wasn't even tolerated. We see the way they treat their women. So right now, and forgive me, I'm caught so off guard. It was always my assumption that that type of behavior, men with men, was damn near punishable by death in that region.
You might be thinking of like
you're saying, hey,
another country in the Middle East. I know some countries are like that.
It was a full-on orgy.
Afghanistan, it was 100% like, yeah, Afghanistan was different. Like you see it every day. Little boys with older men with older men. Yeah, you see it every day. I don't think like it just might have been other countries that.
Maybe that's why they want to lock women inside their homes so they can just go out and have gay sex all they want. Really weird. Wonder why there's so many gay dudes in Afghanistan.
Don't tolerate homosexuality, but Afghanistan, you see it every single day. It was like one of the most in your face, every day you saw it, some form of it. Every single day.
I never knew that, Nick.
Yeah.
I never knew it.
Yep. Man Love Thursday. They would like have a big mass orgy every Thursday. Clockwork.
I can't speak for the larger group of Americans in the audience, but I think that that's going to catch so many people off guard.
Any guys who went to Afghanistan know exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's nasty.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, and are these the same guys that we see fighting on the front line?
Oh yeah, the same ones.
Are you serious?
The same ones, yeah. Oh yeah. Like we used to work with the Afghans towards like the end of my career, the Afghan army. And they would live on our compound. And you're told from the get-go, hey, this is what they do. This is what they do. And they go out, they fight with us, and the guys that you are fighting, like 80% of them are probably not even in the closet. That's what they believe in. That's their pleasure. Pleasure is like other men. If you want to have a baby, that's the only time you can use a female.
Okay, whoa. These are not men in the closet. These are not men who are bisexual. I mean, obviously they're bisexual because they want to reproduce.
Yeah.
But you're saying that these guys that we see with the turbans and holding those AKs and they're right there on the front line, the majority of them are just straight homosexual?
Oh, there's nasty. I'm not saying if that's what you want to do, fine. But from what I've seen, it's not what I dip in. No.
Nick, every time you come onto the show, I learn something new. Every single time we get to speaking about your time overseas.
Dodo Tellers, well, hopefully he does it. That would be one good thing.
Years. Carriage horses healthy has been a hot topic in New York City for years. And tonight, a new debate over who is examining the animal. As Dave Carlin explains, they're refusing exams, blood work, and trotting tests.
NYCLASS stands for New Yorkers for Clean, Livable, and Safe Streets, which held this Tuesday rally outside City Hall to call for a ban.
There's no excuse for horse abuse. They're blocking health exams that if any other city licensed business did this, they'd be shut down immediately.
You can't be a licensed horse owner in the horse carriage industry and refuse to have standard tests done to determine whether your horses are being treated humanely.
New York City Mayor-elect Zoran Mamdani on Tuesday repeated his desire that horse carriages be banned.
I support removing horse carriages from Central Park to actually deliver on that.
That's one good thing I think I've ever agreed with him on. Wow. Jeez. Well, there's going to be some burning buildings. Just doesn't learn if he were smart, he would fund moderate Democrats. Elon Musk is reportedly going all in, funding Republicans to help President Trump take back full control in November midterms. The reason he is funding the Republican Party, particularly Trump, is due to the corruption within the party. Has nothing to do with his ideological political views with like immigration or whatever the fuck. He wants to take advantage of the corruption in the party. So he's never going to help fund moderate Democrats because he's not going to get what he wants out of it. Yeah, they're probably going to get smoked in the midterms. Thanks for the donation, though, Dodo.
Sing.
All right, I will sing for you. Thanks for the donation. Abracadabra, snack bar. Osama Alama, give me the power. I beg of Barack. I ran really well ever since the Shah fell. We got rid of infidels. Now I run things my way. I have cool clothes and riz. I teach Islam to the kids. Way baseball and skits. Exploding Fridays. Enriched uranium. Gays hung on a crane. Sunburned rights. Every day young. Where do you think you're going, baby? I just got nukes. No, I'm not crazy. I need them for some energy savings. Hijack air flights. Since the 80s. First name Ayatollah. Last name Khamenei. Hey, I just got nukes. Israel is blazing. Let's bomb the Congo. Snatch some babies. With them on ships of oil. We cover ladies on Supreme later. LA Khamenei. No, just cut off my balls. My regime died to fall. Russia won't take my calls. Hezbollah's nowhere. I'm in a bunker of steel, eating a tin chicken meal. Refusing to make a deal. We'll still enrich urine. I'm never folding. Oh shit. Help me, Saudis. Where's all my homies? Can we work out something, baby? Wait, I just got nukes. They think I'm crazy. I need them for some Nintendo gaming, getting in the region fights. Since the 80s. First name Ayatollah, last name Khamenei. Wait, I don't hate Jews. I think they're great, see. Does not love the Zionist entity. Will take over the world. But for the Beijing, I'm supreme leader. Ayatollah Khamenei, before I came to Iran, used to sew hats, had some dope tats, used to blow old bats. Oh, my 82 lives. Think I should go fast. President Trump and say I was wrong, my bad. I know I look like Martin Scorsese. I like his movies. He's not a Jay-Z. Hey, I just got nukes. Israel is blazing. Let's bomb Chicago. And snatch some ladies. I never had a choice. They always blame me. I'm supreme leader. I like me before I came to Iran. Living Colfax.
with Adam Caroll's dad. I used to bone old man's. All my beautiful life, I try to throw facts. I don't want to hold back. I've hit my toe tag.
Well, apparently they're gay anyway, so it's not like it would make a difference to them. Thanks for the donation, G. I'm going to put away my rice because I can't finish it. My appetite is pretty much non-existent right now. Ugh.
I remember back in 2023 you cursed me out for simply asking you about the context behind you getting pissed when someone brings up the spiky fruit guy. That was some hilarious shit.
Yeah. But it was. Thanks for the donation, Killing Titan.
In any parent that loves their child, how do you even have this type of conversation that,
Right.
hey, I want you to come with me to not only cause devastation and wreak havoc in the lives of innocent people, but one of us, both of us, there's a high likelihood that we're not leaving this place alive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, how do you even have that conversation with somebody you so-called love? That's the furthest thing from good parenting. It's the furthest thing from love. I don't even understand how religion can get you to this place.
I don't know. When I was overseas, like, when I say it's not uncommon to see a way of thinking that completely like blows your mind of, like, why would you do that? I've seen a son tell his mom to go pick up some AKs because he knew that she was going to get shot. I've seen that way of thinking overseas. They're not I don't know what makes them like that.
Inbreeding.
I don't know if it's like a cultural thing, a religious, but that is like a part of their culture, that religion that they practice. I don't know, but it's not, they go above and beyond the practice of religion, and it becomes like a inverted, perverted practice of it, where they twist certain words and phrases out of a book that I don't know why somebody would be like that, but they're not the, this is gonna sound bad, but when I was in the Army, I never saw them as like, I don't believe this now, but I never saw them as intelligent people when I was over there, just because of the way of thinking. Because somebody went outside and took his shit and wiped his ass with his hand and flicked it off.
Are you tired? What is Vlad?
No, I'm not tired. Just in a bad mood. It's a YouTube channel, apparently. Thanks for the donation, James.
Happy New Year's VG, I hope things are well. I hooked up with a MILF for $80 and I told myself I was going to stop and get a GF instead, but it's very slim and these bitches are so retarded with high ego, and another chick wants to marry me, lol WTF, but she's cool.
Don't even bother with women, dude. Just play video games and shit. Thanks for the donation, Strong Green.
And then went to go like have sex with a four-legged animal. I never really saw him as, yeah, that was back then. Not everybody's like that, but yeah.
How common would you say that way of thinking is with our troops that are over there?
Oh, wow. I think it's a lot. I think that when I was over there, and I'm pretty sure nothing has changed, but if they wanted to go kill Americans, that's what they're gonna go do. And they would bring your son along to come fight. It's like, come to work with your dad day, you know? And you could kill a father and his son in the same night. It happens all the time. It happens a lot.
Okay, so specific to you in the way that you thought about the enemy at that time, would you say most of our troops are going over there and thinking that these are unintelligent people?
Yeah.
They get what they get.
Well, yeah, they're dumb motherfuckers.
Yeah, oh yeah. You kind of have to think that way in order to do your job. You have to think that way. The minute you think of them as people or equal to you, that may cause you to like hesitate for a split second. You might see yourself having empathy for a split second, and you forget that these people you're going up against, they don't think the way that you do. They don't have empathy the way that you do. And they'll kill you and behead you and chop your head off in a heartbeat. So you can't look at your enemy as people. Can't allow yourself to do it. It'll tear you up big time. You wait till you get out and the war is over, or your war is over, and then you let it eat you up. Then you ask yourself questions, but not while you're over there.
Okay, so prior to you going over there, and I'm talking about...
Have you noticed every time a girl cheats on her man, she makes him out to be the bad guy and tries to make him feel bad? She cries, etc. But when a guy cheats on a girl, they don't do that.
Yeah, it's because women are manipulative and have absolutely no accountability, so they do that. Thanks for the donation, 21st.
About before you enlisted. Did you think this way about the enemy?
No, I didn't know. Like, I couldn't find Afghanistan on a map back then before I joined up. I couldn't find it on a map. I knew it was like in the Middle East, but I didn't know like what their culture was about, what they practiced, their religion. I didn't know nothing about that. The news, the Tell My Vision, television taught me pretty much before joining a lot of what the enemy or so-called enemy was about. And then you get in and then you hear people talk, you have conversations, and you're like, it can't be that bad. Then you go over there and it's like, damn, it's bad.
Yeah, they're fucking monkeys.
Hitler mentioned if the Germans had been converted to Mohammedanism, that cult which glorifies the bold warrior alone, then the Germanic races would have conquered the world. Does he imply Islamism is an aggressive religion? What are her thoughts?
Well, yeah, obviously. So, yeah, Hitler thought Islam was, like, aligned with Nazism and would be good for inspiring Nazis to commit more violence. So, yeah. Thanks for the donation, Luigi.
Guys, in this video we're going to be looking at some footage where my friend gets attacked at a migrant hotel near Heston in London. Now, the hoo-ha about migrant hotels in this country is that people are coming here from the third world and taken care of at the British taxpayers' expense. It's a matter of public interest because people are generally not too fond of these people. I'm not saying they're all bad or anything, but a lot of them are escaping things that they probably get lynched for back where they come from. These people are costing the British taxpayer billions every year to be housed, given free iPhones.
What is the, like, motivation behind the government doing this? Like, I just don't get it. They've essentially completely and utterly destroyed the NHS by underfunding it. For so long, too. The NHS is completely and utterly non-functional at this point. If you get a cancer diagnosis in the UK, you're something like 5 times more likely to die than if you live in the US. So even though the US healthcare system's fucked, at least you'll live. You can talk about, like, you know, risk of medical bankruptcy and shit like that, but you're alive. So rather than putting that money into, like, the NHS, hey, let's just throw away money to fucking, like, literal baboons that we're allowing to travel here who are completely unproductive criminals.
3 meals a day and a nice warm bed, while a lot of Brits are actually sleeping rough on the streets and struggling to make ends meet. A lot of people don't like having the camera put in their face, but these people feel they're entitled to tell you to stop filming in your own country. AB isn't originally from here, but I consider him to be a British citizen, and he's got the right to film just like anyone else does. It's a matter of public interest, and these people are walking towards the camera and arguing and choosing to be on camera on purpose. As he's doing his job, which is to record and show people on the internet exactly what's going on in reality, as opposed to what the mainstream media will tell you, he gets attacked violently and ends up having to defend himself. So let's get into it.
No, it's okay.
Hello, excuse me. How can I help you?
You can't. Thank you.
Hello.
Hi. Hello, brother. How are you?
Hi, good.
You good?
Yeah. Can you please stop here?
Why?
This is a private property. Private property.
Oh, yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
The first thing to mention here is that this hotel, housing a lot of illegal immigrants, is protected by security guards that are not from the UK either. So these people are on our land telling us what we can and can't do with no knowledge of what the UK law actually says.
Can you just wait for me here?
Why?
Wait over here.
No, it's okay. I'll come back in a minute.
No, please.
What's it? Oh. Hello, brother. You alright? Where can I get a coffee like this?
I can't understand.
Which language do you speak?
Arabic.
Arabic? من أين القهوة?
This guy has got a completely friendly demeanour about him and has nothing to hide, and so walks up to the camera and just, while calmly enjoying a coffee, says that, oh, yeah, I can get you a coffee in there if you want, or can I have a coffee please? And he's surprised to learn that AB can actually speak Arabic.
It's you.
Can you go inside?
No, you speak English now?
Later.
Can you get me a coffee or what?
Come.
Thank you.
No.
Oh, he's inviting me in. Thank you. Oh, is he rude? Huh? Hey, I speak his language. Come on.
If AB was to go onto the inside of the premises and force his way in, that would be considered burglary in the UK, and he'd be well within his rights to be prosecuted for such an offence. However, trespass in the UK is a civil matter, not a criminal one. All these security guards can really do is politely ask him to leave the venue, but in reality, he's broken no law because he's not gone inside the place. It's not burglary, it's trespass, which is a civil matter, and if there's public access, I'm not sure if it's even trespass, really, so...
Let's go. He invited me in.
Well, there's criminal trespass. Trespassing's usually a civil issue. But yeah, hotels are kind of open to the public, so where did they find these fucktards to do this job who barely even speak English?
Come on.
It's okay, buddy. Relax.
Why? He's inviting me in.
It's okay. Nothing. We are saying nothing.
Like, by the way, it's so hard to get a job in the UK right now. It's kind of funny that you see security getting hired when they're clearly not from the UK. They barely speak any fucking English. Like, corporations are just hiring these people because it's dirt cheap labor. They can pay them peanuts.
Yeah, but I'm talking to him.
In the UK, in today's day and age, the job centre puts people through SIA door supervisor courses at no expense, and people who have just arrived here or are not from this country are occupying positions that could be held by...
Yeah.
Brother, can you get me coffee?
Okay, let's fast
Yeah, they've been doing that here in Canada too.
forward it now.
Hey, what's this?
There are now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 security guards accompanying one guy with a camera walking around a hotel. What an absolute clown show. This guy poses no risk. All that's necessary is for one person to walk around and prevent him from getting inside the building. 1 or 2 people, maximum.
That's it. I think the message is out there. Yeah. Quick, hide your face, get the camera. Cameraman. Hello, brother. How are you?
Fine, you?
Good. Hey, do you know what the coaches are for?
So, if you're fleeing a war and you've got a family, presumably you have at least a mother or maybe a sister, why would you leave your most vulnerable in the most dangerous situations while the most capable of defending themselves leave to come and have a nice life in Britain? Make it make sense.
You can't.
Someone point to me one video where you ever see women or children enjoying a coffee outside a hotel.
Yeah, you don't. They're unproductive criminals who come here because they get free money. Like, that's all it is. Dodo donated $2. Haha, let me see.
The protests that are taking place, the latest round of protests, they seem to be pretty intense and pretty persistent, up to and including this latest tweet or post from the US president. What do you say is going on there? What do you say those protests are about?
Well, there are 2 issues here. One is that because of the US sanctions and European sanctions, basically because of Iran's policy against Israel,
Dude, this guy's gonna be out of a job real fucking quick. It'll be funny if this guy happens to survive this. It wouldn't be like, I wouldn't be surprised if some Iranians just kill this fucker, because he's a like pro-regime propagandist. But if he survives this shit, I wonder what he's gonna have to say.
What is Iran's policy against Israel?
Yes, because the whole sanction, Iran's position
against Israel, yeah.
Yeah, Iran says that Israel is an apartheid state. It is not morally legitimate, and the Palestinians have the right to return, just like apartheid South Africa.
That it shouldn't
and
exist.
back then,
that it shouldn't exist. It's not. Is that
no,
what
as
you
an
mean?
as an apartheid entity, no.
But
no, apartheid should not exist anyway. Look, when your government was
I'm just trying to get a sense from, because you're close to the Iranian regime. I want to get a sense of whether.
What does that mean exactly? I'm close to the Iranian regime. Is that how you introduce academics from your own country?
No. In the way that I know that I'm close in terms of having easy access to and contact with and conversations with members of the cabinet. That's all I meant. I didn't mean.
When you call them the regime. Would you say like the?
Do you want to go into that?
Yeah, sure.
Well,
What's the question?
Well, have there been regular democratic elections that?
No, you were talking about Israel.
Oh, okay. We'll go back to
Iran's
that.
position on Israel.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get a sense of whether
Israel Iran's position on Israel is identical to its position on apartheid South Africa. When your government was supporting the supremacist regime in South Africa, the Iranians were supporting the ANC and Nelson Mandela.
Yeah.
The same logic applies to Palestine.
Right. So it's not the existence of Israel; it's the nature of this Israeli state. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that is a complete lie. Iran's trying to destroy Israel completely and utterly.
Yes, exactly.
They're religiously motivated to do it.
The state could be called, the state could be called Palestine. It could be called Israel. It could be called Walt Disney. But as an apartheid state for Iran, this is not acceptable.
And isn't Iran something of an apartheid state, particularly if you're a woman?
Have you ever been to Iran?
No, but there's lots of countries I haven't been to that I know about, hear about, read about.
It's not an apartheid state. No, it's not an apartheid.
Women are dragged off the street for not wearing the veil?
No, that's not true at all.
It is true.
Well, you can say it's true, but that doesn't make it a fact.
I think most people listening know that it is true.
I live in Iran. Many journalists come to Iran. Journalists that you can invite, Jewish journalists, Max Blumenthal.
Haven't they like literally abducted journalists in Iran, and they've never been heard of again?
From the Gray Zone. Invite him on your show. And he's been to Iran just recently for a couple of weeks. He went to different cities on his own with his wife, who's also a journalist. Ask him if any women have been dragged off the streets anywhere that he's been to.
So you're denying that the Iranian government forces women to wear the veil, the hijab?
Well, the veil is one thing.
I know it is. That's why I corrected myself. And those that don't want to,
the headscarf.
The headscarf. And those that don't want to cover their hair, it's trouble for them, isn't it?
No, nothing happens to them. No, nothing happens to them. And some of my students on campus, in classrooms on campus, they don't wear headscarves. So I think your understanding.
But is your I'm just trying to get a sense. Is your assertion that in Iran, in the last decade, and even more recently than that, not a single woman, particularly a protesting young woman, has been detained and in one case died in custody with wounds from beating because she had her hair?
No,
you don't believe
you're
that
talking
happened?
about no. Mahsa Amini had no wounds. There is no footage. There is footage of her, and in the footage there is nothing that shows that she was beaten. She had a precondition.
Yes, she just died, as one does in police custody.
And yes, she was taken in, but she was not beaten for her dress. There is a law in Iran about a dress code, because whether you like it or not, they believe that the way in which the West promotes women is sexualization, commodification, objectification. So they'll have their own cultural boundaries, whether you agree with it or not.
Well, you've said to me.
Isn't that in and of itself objectification? Like it's so weird.
Whether you agree with it or not, it doesn't. That's one thing. But women being dragged off the streets in Tehran, I've never seen that happen myself.
No, but
this is like when they keep saying gays in Iran are executed.
Like this is just so bizarre. Oh, she had no wounds on her. Okay, well, I guess every case of shaken baby syndrome, there's no wounds. I mean, the person who shook the baby couldn't have done anything, right?
I've never seen a gay person in Iran executed.
But
this is
that
sort
doesn't
of
mean it's never happened, does it?
No.
Just because you haven't seen a woman being dragged off the streets doesn't mean it hasn't happened.
No, I'm not saying it's never happened.
And you are wrong to say, if I can just say, you are wrong to say that Mahsa Amini had no injuries.
So that's funny. He's backpedaling now.
She had physical injuries, including a skull fracture and brain edema.
No, she didn't. No.
Well, an independent medical analysis and a UN fact-finding mission determined that she did.
There was no UN fact-finding mission in Iran. Where are you getting this information? What was the name of the UN fact-finding mission team? The name of the person who did this?
I don't have that in front of me, but I can find it for you. But you can say that about any statement that I make.
No, but the thing is that you
do it
get
back
this.
To you.
No, because you can't. Because the point is that you have to give me names.
This guy's a fucktard. W. Donny Tillers, what are your thoughts on this advice?
If there's one thing you can do going forward from today that will completely change your entire reality, it's this. Change your mindset to that of everything that happens to you is good, no matter what it is. I don't care if you get a flat tire. I don't care if your toe jammed against a door. Everything that happens to you is for a better purpose, for a greater reason that is leading to the betterment of you. Now, that's not even just being willy-nilly positive. I'll tell you why. Instead, if you're sitting there going, the opposite of that is, darn, this thing happened to me and it's horrible and it sucks. Well, that's not very empowering. And it's also not even true. If we know anything about quantum...
That's just fucking stupid. The right way to think about things is that stuff just happens. Some of it's out of your control, some of it's in your control. And all you really need to focus on are the things that are in your control. And do whatever you can to change your circumstances the way you want them to be changed. But that's just fucking stupid. You can always have a glass half full mindset. But the idea that you can think of anything that happens to you as a good thing is just fucking stupid. Thanks for the donation, W.
I say in the UK, people are being arrested for saying no to genocide, for having a billboard in their hands, no to genocide. They're being arrested for that. I have to show footage of it happening. And I have to show the law saying that this is how it's done. And when you tell me that this, if you tell me, has a woman ever been dragged away? I'll say yes. If you say that have people been beaten on the streets by the police, I'd say yes. In protests and riots, it happens. Well, if you tell me innocent people have died in Iran, in prison, I'd say probably yes.
Well, you know, it's interesting.
But when you tell, and I would say the same about your country as well. And I would say the same about your country. But in your country and in the West, the caricature
Well, the difference is you have rights in the U.S.
of Iran is very far from reality. And the reason is because of but your country's hatred for Iran, which has been ongoing for 45 years. If Iran was so deeply despised, then it should have collapsed by now, so long ago.
But when you say,
and then your government and your media is
Like, couldn't you say that about North Korea? Like, what the fuck? This guy has to dig deep for the stupid excuses.
concerned about human rights in Iran.
Yeah.
Where you support Israel, not you, I mean your government, you support Israel, you help Israel in Gaza, you have the flights
we
that go
support the rights
overhead.
of Iranians as well. We support the rights of Iranians.
No, you don't. You actually are a country that tries to harm Iranians because you impose sanctions on ordinary Iranians. The maximum pressure sanctions. Do you think the maximum pressure sanctions a government minister?
You know the
they're
reasons.
intended
You know the
to
reasons
make
for
ordinary
that.
people suffer.
You might not like it, but you know the reasons for that. I mean, can I just come back to you on one thing?
What are the reasons? Because since I don't like it, you should tell me. What are the reasons for the sanctions?
The reasons include the proxy terrorist activity that's been, I would argue, I'm sure you are going to disagree with me, but the proxy terrorist activity that Iran has been involved in for decades.
What are these
now.
Who are
Hezbollah,
these terrorists?
Hamas, others arming Syria.
So Hezbollah you consider as a terrorist organization, right?
In part.
They literally are just a terrorist organization. They have no political legitimacy whatsoever.
No, in part?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Well,
is it a terrorist organization?
In part.
Is it a terrorist
in the same way that the
organization?
Republican movement in Northern Ireland was in part
No, in the same way
terroristic
that
and
your
in part
government is a
political.
terrorist organization.
They're not in part a terrorist organization. They just are a terrorist organization. The only reason that they have like some sort of actual representation in Lebanon's like parliament or whatever the fuck they call it. But the way they did that was by like literally killing people. Like they act as the mafia. So they have enough weapons and fighters and enough people to threaten and intimidate politicians. Like that's how they got in.
Part. Your government is a terrorist organization.
your view?
That doesn't make sense.
Is that your
Either
view?
you're a terrorist or you're not.
No, organizations can be partly terroristic and partly political. You know that.
Just for your information, Hezbollah was created out of the Israeli invasion of Lebanon.
Nope. They existed before the Israeli invasion of Lebanon, and the only reason they invaded Lebanon was because the PLO fled to southern Lebanon and were lobbing rockets into Israel. Israel did not invade Lebanon to take over Lebanon. They were only going after the fucking PLO. So he's just lying about this. This is completely ahistorical.
It was a creation of the occupation, just like the ANC.
And by the way, Lebanon has its own military, and they actually get military funding from the United States. You could look at Lebanese military bases. They have a lot of American equipment. So they have American light armored vehicles like Humvees. They have American machine guns. I'm sure they have a bunch of other American equipment too. Why in the fuck would Hezbollah have to be there? Like it's... again, Israel was never attacking Lebanon. They were attacking the PLO, which were stationed in southern Lebanon. And they were launching rockets from southern Lebanon.
ANC was a terrorist organization, and Nelson Mandela was a terrorist according to your government standards at the time. Hezbollah was created when the Israelis invaded Lebanon and took a route.
But you do know, surely,
No, they were not created when they invaded Lebanon.
as an academic, that organizations can be terroristic and political. and have wings, which are both, and social as well. The Republican movement in Ireland certainly did.
So you're saying that the political wing of Hezbollah is not a terrorist organization?
Check the comments off the video. Unfortunately, there are a lot of Morandi cocksuckers out there. This is the only thing the urge deserve.
Yeah, I've seen that clip. Must have been a big pager. There's not really any comments that are interesting. Thanks for the donation, G. Reason tellers think this looks Maxer is a retard. Yeah, he is. I've seen his videos before.
And everybody around you thinks you're just like no one cares about what you have to say. It's not that
You can be a good-looking weirdo.
you're saying it wrong. It's not that you're bringing it up the wrong way usually. It's probably because you're not physically appealing, and therefore people are just disregarding what you say off the bat. No matter how you said it. You could have said it the most neurotypical, savvy, charismatic way.
No, you can be a good-looking weirdo. Look, if Henry Cavill went up to a group of women and said a bunch of weird, unhinged shit, like, do any of you like getting raped? That will not be taken well. Looks can only get you so far.
T3 mogging right now. You know what that is? T3 mogging. So you know your like thyroid, right? How it regulates your temperature. So I have like a mogger thyroid. So like mine is like more able to regulate my body temperature in colder weather because of my Scandinavian descent. So I'm like T3 mogging motherfuckers. You know what I mean? But what do you think? Do you think you have a mogger T3 or what?
No, I don't. I still don't really understand what that means.
You look like Eastern European though. I feel like you kind of have one. Like I don't know. Finished constructing this bed frame and I'm NT maxing my room. I measured it to be the most optimal height for my pelvic region to ensure the best possible for performance and completing the hinge pipeline. So yeah, I'm very excited with how it's going. So
Okay, thanks for the donation, Freeze. Then check the comments off the Morandi video you're watching. Listening to her talk is like watching someone balancing on thin ice. It's exhausting. Who put her up to this interview with a legendary interviewer? Looked up in the UK for holding cardboard signs. She's just doing her job to pay a mortgage. It's probably just bots. Thanks for the donation, G.
It has connections to a terrorist organisation, yeah, but it operates on different levels.
So it's not a terrorist organization?
In part, it is.
Look, I know you don't want to answer the question. From our perspective, Hezbollah is a national liberation organization that has...
What's funny is this guy will call, like, Israel a terrorist organization.
recovered the South Lebanon and saved Lebanon from Israeli occupation and colonization. And Hezbollah's sin is that it supports the Palestinian people. Hezbollah has been resisting the Israeli regime, and it opposes the regime and the ethnic cleansing and the genocide. Your government, your media supports the genocide.
That is not even remotely true. So Lebanon, including Hezbollah, has not accepted any Palestinian refugees. On top of that, Hezbollah started bombing Israel literally the day after the October 7th attack. That was before Israel launched any form of counteroffensive against Hamas. So if they oppose the genocide, and that's the only reason they're attacking, well, why did they attack before the supposed genocide? Like, everything he says is just a lie. Trash content, don't I tell her some absolute trash for you to watch.
die, bitch.
Yeah, I would have.
This
I would have thrown her off.
$10 million cash.
That chick was not pretty enough to die for.
Now, this position typically pays a large salary. Most people that work here...
Large salary.
Now where could my pipe be? Garfield! Location of smoke apparatus. Feline! Where tube? Cat!
Thanks for the donation.
What worries me the most is the effects bad immigration/Islam has on Europe. It enables far-right parties to rise. And that's not good given the history here. Now AfD, Germany, or Vox, Spain, parties become the new normal. Not good.
Well, yeah, they're only creating more political division and instability because they're fucktards. It's what they do. Thanks for the donation, Luigi. Freeze $22. Mike is a literal retard.
Potentially less attractive than average, but you think you're very, very, very attractive. What you're going to have are a series, endless series of discordant experiences where you expect things to go a certain way for you, but they don't. Like you have a friend and her name is Lily. She's super cool. You're kind of crushing a little bit. You ask her out and she gives you that roll around shit. You know, like, oh my God, you're so sweet. It's like a super busy week at work. And you just continues, right? You never get the date. You're going to have a lot of that if you're not so good looking. Because a romance is based, at least in a very fundamental way at first, on an entry barrier of the physical. Even the sociological notion of love at first sight. How in the hell can that be not involving appearance if it's literally at only sight? So for appearance-wise, I think it could be important for adults to kind of know what they look like, know how the people they're interested in.
I don't know why he feels he needs to say any of that. Thanks for the donation, Freeze. Thanks for the donation, Chris. Appreciate it.
Aside. You like Israel. You like what they do, and you consider them to be in your camp. Obviously, we have huge differences. Because Hezbollah has not carried out mass slaughter, and Israel has. And
yes, they have. They massacred Christians. The reason why Islam is the majority religion in Lebanon is because they mass murdered Christians.
Your government supports despots, countries that have zero elections, but they're not regimes.
But Hezbollah did carry out mass firing of missiles into Israel as well, just to report a fact back at you.
Israel invaded Lebanon multiple times. It took Beirut, and Israel bombs intentionally apartment blocks in Lebanon. Just today, it destroyed houses in southern Lebanon. Almost every day it carries out assassinations.
I'm just making the point that the fire isn't just in one direction.
You're proving a point. You're proving a point that the Israeli regime, which carries out murder and slaughter, is normal, and it is not a terrorist organization. But Hezbollah, when it responds with far less fire capability, and
they didn't respond to anything. They just fired rockets after October 7th.
Without killing all these civilians, as the Israelis do, they're the terrorists.
Okay.
Or partially terrorists. That standard of yours, and it's not just you, it's your country, it's your government, it's the entire Western political establishment, is the problem.
Well,
it is the problem in our region. Because you are choosing despots and you are choosing regimes that carry out ethnic cleansing as your allies because they serve your interests.
If I can speak, you say that is the problem. Iran has agency. It's making some of its own choices. Some of its people are currently protesting very vocally about the conditions they find themselves in, which I know some of which is related to sanctions. The women 2 years ago, many women were protesting about the conditions they find themselves in. However you characterize it, I will characterize it differently if I may, and I will equally characterize it.
I didn't characterize it. I didn't say anything. You asked me a specific question about an individual. Did women protest 4 years ago or 3.5 years ago?
They did.
Yes, many did.
Yeah.
Did students protest? Yes, many did. Did people protest 3-4 days ago on the streets in Tehran? Yes, people did. But the rioters, they're a different group of people.
What should the Iranian government's response to, or what will, in your view, the Iranian government's response to the protests and what they're calling for and complaining about, what will it be? What's it likely to be, in your view?
Roxana, on the first day of protests, they were peaceful. Was anyone arrested? Did the police attack anyone on day one? That's when the protests were bigger, actually, in Tehran, right? Now we have small riots here and there where they attack the police, they shoot at the police, they throw Molotov cocktails, and so the police responds. But on day one, there was no violence.
So for your...
And the government, because the government recognized their protests as legitimate.
So for you, the Donald Trump
the question for me is, the question for me is that in your country, if there are protests in Iran, you don't see this as a normal process in civil society. You see it as the regime, as you like to call it, the regime on the verge.
Protest is normal. I haven't said it's normal at all.
But in your country, if there are protests and we see police officers hammering people,
we question all the time.
But that's a part of the process.
But here in Iran, hang on, I'm going to insist on speaking here because I live here. You've said that to me a few times in this interview. I live here. I'm telling you that in this country, we frequently ask questions about how protests are policed and decisions that are made by government in response to protests. It is a very active. It is a very yes, but I'm just reminding you because you made the comparison between the two countries that here it is very normal for those protests A to happen, B to be policed, questions to be asked about how they're policed, and questions to be asked about what political decisions are being made around them. It has been a very live conversation in this country for many, many decades. I must
hotel with an iPhone 17 Pro Max. You never do it. All you see is military-age fighting men, potentially, who have committed crimes in their own country, lingering, doing nothing all day. What could this skinny guy smoking a spliff outside a hotel, wearing Ralph Lauren...
Do impression of Alex O'Connor buying diapers at Walmart due to shitting his pants from a vegan diet, and he tries to convince the cashier that a god wouldn't make humans vegan cause it makes him shit his pants.
I am Alex O'Connor. I am at Walmart buying adult diapers because the vegan diet made me shit my pants. Hello, cashier. I want you to know that if God existed, I wouldn't be shitting my pants because of the vegan diet. Therefore, God does not exist, as I am currently shitting my pants. There's my impression of Alex O'Connor shitting his pants at Walmart. Thanks for the donation, Gains Vegan.
...and design a brand name gear, possibly contribute to this country. He doesn't even speak English, and the odds of him getting a job down at Tesco or Costa are slim to none.
I said nobody wants to talk. Everybody's like...
Some of these people, I'm sure, are coming here for genuine reasons and would have a terrible time of it back in their own country. But do we have a responsibility to the entire Earth's population? What should be the limit? You know, even if they were all the best of intentioned, well-meaning people, how can...
To answer this stupid idiot's question about riots. The difference is that in the West we gave democracy where you can easily take out leaders you don't like it. You don't need riots. Iranians need to riot cause they have no other choice.
Yeah. It's the only way they can get new leaders. I hate that guy. It'll be funny once the regime collapses. Wonder if he's gonna say shit. Thanks for the donation, G. Appreciate it.
Can we be expected as the British taxpayer to have responsibility for everybody on Earth?
You take a picture.
Me?
Yeah.
What picture?
Me, my picture.
Oh, shit. Are you famous?
No.
Okay. So what's the problem?
No problem, but I face the cover my face.
Look,
you also take a big picture, my picture.
Who?
You.
Okay.
You don't see people stood in front of a multi-directional CCTV camera on the street saying, "Don't film me, don't film me," or rather, "Why are you filming? Hey, stop it now! No camera, no camera."
Okay.
Why? What's the problem?
Nothing, no problem. You see, in England we can take pictures.
No, it's not my. If I guess they take a picture, it's okay.
Yes. Or me?
Yeah, it's not my responsibility.
So you want to take my picture?
No.
These people, when challenged, all of a sudden become legal scholars and start telling you what the law is in your own country and how they require permission for you to start filming them when they decided to walk up to you and start talking to you in the first place.
You why am I take a picture?
Sengoku, don't you tell us, would you say it'd be valid to say weightlifting is the best form of exercise? If you had to choose only one form of exercise, it'd probably give you the best overall benefit. Since it's by far the best physical activity to slow down aging, maintain muscle mass, bone density, also has cardiovascular benefits as well. Well, yeah, I mean, if you do rigorous weight training, you are going to get, like, improvements to aerobic capacity. But, like, the biggest issue with aging is loss in muscle mass and bone density, and also age-related cognitive decline, which weight training does prevent and reverse. So, yeah, if you only had to choose one form of exercise, weight training would be the best. Thanks for the donation, though, Sengoku. Rage bait donatillers want to kill each and every one of these fuckers.
I understand. Fraud is bad.
Whoa, whoa. Here I come. Oh, here I come.
Yeah. Thanks for the donation, Rage Bait.
Maybe, yes.
Why?
Freeze donatillers, is this a good strategy for the vegan movement? I'm going to say no, because it's a woman saying things.
Vegans and imperfect vegetarians. Let me explain. I know I might receive some hate for this, or not everybody will agree, but I feel like now that we're getting close to the end of the year, this has to be said. I think the big problem right now is many people feel very uninspired by the current vegan movement. It's so focused on being perfect, and I feel like that is driving so many people away. This whole
I've heard this bullshit before. It's stupid. Thanks for the donation, Freeze.
Because what it is, in England, you know...
Yeah, I know in England.
All right. In England, you can take any picture you like.
No.
Okay?
No.
Yes?
It's not possible.
It's not possible?
No, England, you can't take picture. I don't know where you're from, buddy, but here in England, you can't take picture. I call the police on you now. Where the fuck do these people get off? Like, my God.
If you give me a suggestion, I take...
Like, imagine if you go to China and you're like, do you even fucking know the law? You can't just, like, arrest me and take my phone. Like it's just fucking retarded.
Take the picture.
Look, you can go like this and take picture. That's
it's
it.
not my suggestion.
What do you mean?
It's not my suggestion.
You can't take pictures?
No.
Why?
It's my personal life. Why you are including my personal life?
It's not your personal life.
It's my personal life.
Which country you come from?
I'm here.
No, which country you come from?
What
Just to tell you there's a difference.
What you want?
Me?
Yeah.
Nothing. You call me. You say, come. And you say, why you take pictures? And I'm telling you, in England, we can take any picture we like.
Be careful. Don't everybody.
Dude, there's CCTV cameras fucking all over the place in the UK. I don't know where the fuck they think they have the idea that you can't take video or photos of somebody in public.
Everybody in, out, you take a picture. If you want.
No, I didn't want.
No. If you want to take it, you can take it.
I'm not a suggestion with you. Why you are taking my picture? What's
Why?
the problem with you? You take a picture yourself.
No.
Your family and you, everything is okay.
No.
But you take my picture, it's not okay.
You can take anything.
No anything.
You see, this is England. You're a tourist.
I know this is England.
You say you're a tourist, yeah?
Yeah, I'm a tourist.
Okay, if you're a tourist, you don't know the laws in England. I do.
Why?
Because I'm not a tourist, I live here.
You not give me a visa.
Me?
Immigrant, give me a visa.
No, I'm not saying that.
You not give me a visa.
No, I didn't give you a visa.
That's
no.
my right.
Very correct, very correct. But I know, listen, I know the laws in England more than you. Because why? You're a tourist. So, and I'm telling you.
My question, why take my picture? I also cover my face and you also take my picture.
Right.
What's the problem with you?
No problem. I'll tell you the answer. The answer is because I can. Do you understand?
Because I can. Now, you may not like that he can, but he can. If you've got a problem, petition your local MP, get involved in politics, and change the law to make cameras illegal. Or shut up.
The picture is not legal.
It is legal.
Not legal.
I know the laws.
If I give the permission, that's okay. It's legal. If not, I have the permission, that's not legal.
So I need permission from you before I take it?
Yeah. If I give the permission, you take the picture.
But you're
not give the permission, you take no.
But you're a tourist.
The picture.
You can set the rules.
I am a tourist, everything. But why you take the picture? You have to ask for a picture.
I don't have to ask. Why should I?
These fucking foreigners who don't even live here are like telling him the law.
Why didn't you take a picture?
Like, I should just go to the UK, rent a car, and drive on the right side of the road, and then when the police stop me, saying, buddy, you're driving on the wrong side of the road. What are you, fucking stupid? Like...
From him.
Why?
Yeah.
What do you mean, why?
Why you take picture from him?
So this guy has looked to his fellow migrant. Fuck hell. This guy has looked to his fellow migrant and thought, I need moral support here. I can't argue my position, so I'm going to get someone else to come along. And unfortunately for him, this guy doesn't give a shit. So he said, hey guys, let's just fucking call it a day. Let's enjoy my pizza and move along. Which is the right response, really, because what does someone filming you actually do? If you've got something to hide, then run away or cover your face like other people do. Or, better yet, just don't be in this country in the fucking first place.
Yeah, go to inside. There are a lot of refugees, a lot of asylum seekers. Take a picture.
Who?
You.
No, I want a picture of tourist.
Go to inside.
I want tourist picture.
You're not a tourist. You are a terrorist, not a tourist.
This guy, like, literally doesn't have enough understanding of the English language to even follow the conversation. And then he's, like, fucking talking about the law. Oh my god, dude.
Can I take selfie with you?
No, sorry.
What do you mean I'm a terrorist?
I'm a terrorist.
Why?
So upon realising that nothing can actually come of the situation, he doesn't want to become physical, the guy eventually chooses to make the right decision and walks off, which he could have done from the very beginning.
Yes. What's the problem?
No problem.
Why? You open this camera, why?
No problem, no problem.
Just close camera. Why?
No problem.
If someone walks up to you with their hands behind the back, looking like they're concealing something, face covered, and walking swiftly into range, you've got every right to destroy them because you feel your life is in danger. And it is in danger, as we'll see.
No, man. Stay back.
Huh?
Stay back.
What?
What?
Luckily, it was just a slap, and we have no idea how badly he was got, but it could have been absolutely anything. He should have hit him first at this point. No questions asked. If you don't strike first in the situation, it could be the last thing you ever do.
Stay back, you fucking...
Yep, that's cultural enrichment for you.
I'm gonna get you arrested, man.
Fuck your camera. The average...
I'm pretty sure the guy filming ended up getting arrested, which is hilarious, even though he has video footage of them attacking him.
IQ in the Middle East is 85.
I'm gonna get you arrested.
So he's got something in his hand here, and even his friend, who's a co-belligerent, is trying to calm the situation down because he knows he doesn't want to see the consequences and doesn't want to get his mate in trouble. These people are psyching themselves up to do something even worse in the immediate future. That's why they're throwing things and shouting. If someone's really committed to doing you harm, then they're just going to run up on you and do it. But if you give people the opportunity to wind themselves up to that point, they're even more likely to do so. So it would have been even better, really, to run away at this point. But like I say, he's got to film these people. And if he didn't film these people, you wouldn't see the reality of what they're really like.
You gotta get arrested, man. Can you call the cops?
These people know that they can retreat inside the hotel and there's a million people that look just like them that they can put the blame on. When the police turn up, they're going to be useless and nothing's really going to come of it. You could run away, but these people also have legs and they can run after you. So if you're forced to fight back, it's best to be trained in advance and thought about it in advance, get involved in some sort of combat sport, and be prepared to do the absolute maximum to save your own life. When you're in these type of fight or flight situations, you could run off down the road, but you don't think logically. So at this point, he's actually backed himself into a corner here, to a point where it's really hard to escape from because you're locked into someone's garden.
Yeah, I've got an emergency here.
More of them are turning up now, and he's seen a weapon and a stick and now feels emboldened to come up to you and run up on you and try and beat you with a stick. The security are turning up, but these security guards probably got no experience with violence at all whatsoever and put up the absolute, minimal amount of like, hey, stop it, come on, don't hit him with it, don't bludgeon him to death with a stick, come on,
Oh, retard alert! Congratulations, you're banned.
Please. These security guards are doing a bit to try and prevent something from getting even worse, but lots of these people are old guys from India. Are they going to deal with a rugby team at your nightclub? I don't think so. Do they know how to really diffuse the situation? Are they part of the culture? No. They turn up with a badge and get paid £13 an hour and go home. Do they really care whether you live or die or not? No. So learn how to defend yourself, because they're not going to save you. No one's going to save you. And when the police turn up, they'll record that you've been badly injured, and the guy likely will get away scot-free.
Please! Give me that! Give me that!
So he's filming with a body cam here that's been flipped and is now facing his stomach, so I can't really see what's happened. But AB bravely deals with his assailant by disarming him. Somehow he ends up with a stick himself, and the guy retreats. He should have at this point just wait for the police to turn up, but he, being the brave officer that he is, decides to go and film these people in further. And you know what? They deserve to be exposed for the type of people that they are, because this is who we're inviting into the country. We're not inviting peaceful people that are looking to escape a war zone. We're dealing with aggressive young men that feel entitled and feel emboldened because they know that nothing's going to happen to them if they commit a crime. When someone does try to hit you with a ranged weapon, the best thing you can actually do is come closer to them, because the distance part of the weapon is over here. Whereas if you put yourself in this sort of range, then the stick will go around you, and so you can get to a grappling type confrontation and try and disarm the person. So props to him for that. It's great.
Come on now! Come on! Come on now! Come on! Come on now!
This security guard is actually doing his job by staying near the person that's actually in danger, and he's on the phone to the police, which tells the people, hey, you better get out of here before the police turn up. And instead of trying to broadly put your hands out and say stop, he's staying near the person who's likely to be attacked. So this security guard's quite brave, and I rate him for it.
No. I'm on the phone.
So you can see here that AB's now got the stick off him, and now that he has the weapon, these people don't feel as brave. So they backed off a bit.
Nah, I'm peaceful. I'm peaceful. It's not me. It's not me. Hey, them two need to be stopped. Hey, security. You need to stop them two.
But he throws the stick on the ground. This is a terrible idea, right? If you've got the weapon off them, keep hold of it. It always pisses me off when you see in action movies that the guy shoots a bunch of people, runs out of ammunition, and doesn't think to pick up the bad guy's weapon. If you're taking the stick off someone, you keep it, and you keep them at arm's length, or stick's length, rather.
Hey, you my witness, yeah? You need to detain them too. You need to detain them too, guys. Hello? Yeah, hi. Yes, I need police assistance. Sorry, I was protecting myself, so I couldn't speak to you.
So he's been on the phone with the police the entire time. That's great.
I was just attacked by they appear two asylum seekers or whatever they are. I'm in Heston Hyde Hotel.
Heston Hyde Hotel.
Yes. Yes. Well, outside. The people are still there. Yeah, there's a lot of people. Two people attacked me.
The 3 or 4 other security guards are walking towards the hotel, and the one brave security guard is actually staying with AB. So you'll see what happens in a second anyway.
There's 2 people that attacked me. They had weapons and everything. They used the fence. They used I don't know, selfie sticks. They used a wooden stick.
He could have just stayed where he was and let the whole thing blow over. These people would have gone baback to the hotel and the situation would have blown over, but there would have been no video. So this is the exciting part, so let's watch that.
It's all sorts. Now he's got a ball. He's got a bottle.
He's got a bottle and he's running towards him now. The other security guard does the absolute bare minimum of like, oh, that's going to stop someone that's a committed attacker. The SIA physical intervention course teaches you nothing. You're not required to be a martial artist or a rugby player or even just a general tough guy to be your door supervisor these days. These people have got nowhere near the front door of a nightclub or working security for anyone. How can they secure you, really? Like, they're not paid. Like, at the end of the day, you're getting paid, what minimum wage is what now? £12.50 or something, like £12.50 in the UK. Like, why would you put yourself at risk for some guy with a camera to take care of him, really? Like, is it worth getting mobbed up on by, 10 guys? Not really. So that's why it's better when the security industry isn't flooded with third world migrants, because the people that actually do the job are actual tough, hard guys that can do the job and are physically intimidating enough to the point where people will go, I'm not fucking with that guy. 9 minutes, 21 minutes, 25, you can see the guy's flip-flop coming off as he tries to kick him. The bottle smashing there in the background.
Fuck off, man! Fuck off! Fuck off, man!
Nice. So these people sprinting towards you, determined to do you damage. And if he'd done this at the very start, when the guy walked up with him with hands behind his back and done something, this would have told them in advance, hey, this guy's not one to be messed with. But it's like when you're in maths class, if an object slams into another object, you've got the force of that object meeting a solid object. However, if two objects are coming towards each other, then the force is magnified. So if you put your hand out and the other person runs into it, they're getting like their weight plus your weight directly to their jaw. This guy suffered a broken jaw because this guy ran into the AB's punch. Beautiful.
Sometimes there's so much beauty in the world.
I got one down. I fucked one up.
That's right. Fucked him up. Destruction. Like I got absolute Jake Paul there, Jesus Christ.
I got one down.
You can see there that the police have turned up after everything's happened. The police cannot save you and will not save you. Even if they wanted to, which they don't, but they can't. Yeah. There is why you employ private security to come with you, because you need your own police. I am the law.
Just don't stand with the police officer. For your safety, stay with the police officers.
Am I okay?
For your safety, just stay here.
What's going on?
For your safety, just stay here.
What's going on?
Sorry. Can't speak.
What's going on?
What's going on is I got attacked.
You got attacked?
Yeah.
By who?
By a lot of people, man.
By everyone in here?
Yeah.
Do you work here?
No way. Fuck's sake. Yeah, I just recorded you.
Okay.
Officer, can you just check me? I'm alright.
Oh, you got injuries?
So currently, most police officers, when they join, end up serving about 2 years, then quit.
Son Goku to any tillers, would you say manga art and panels look better digitally or in physical copies? Don't think it really matters. I mean, they're made digitally these days, so they'll... And the way they're printed with a certain PPI. So I don't think it really matters. Thanks for the donation, though, Son Goku.
Because every time a crime's committed, they've got to write it up, and in order to get, which takes ages and ages and ages to record exactly what happened and who did what to who, and then you've got to file a criminal investigation. It's got to go to the CPS and go through the court system. It costs thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds. The easiest solution would be to not have these people here in the first place, because then no crime would have been committed. We've got enough of our own criminals doing crime on our streets. Why would we import millions more? Anyway, the other thing to consider is that police used to walk around on the beat all the time, and that would deter violence because people would think, there's consequence from action here. Now police roll around in police cars and turn up 10 minutes later and record what's going on, and maybe you get caught, and maybe you don't get caught, and maybe they could be asked prosecuting you, and maybe they can't. A lot of people as well, they're not thinking logically. They're thinking with their emotions. They're not thinking at all. So no one thinks, what are the consequences to me doing this here? Their emotions just take over and they act upon them. So if someone was there in the first place, they'd go, I'm going to get caught here, and it would outweigh the cons would outweigh the pros, basically. However, if you know that you can just disappear back into a hotel and there's another 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 guys from Syria that look just like you and are called the same name as you, you know. Sorry, I don't speak English. I don't know what happened. And they had a face covering. You know, it's a unwinnable task. Also, can I just point out here, right? 4 Indian security guards are defending a load of people from the Middle East and North Africa. I've not seen one white British person in this entire thing. Even the guy's house who it was wearing a turban. You know, where are all the English people in London? I wonder.
Okay. Officer, can you just check me? I'm all right.
2249, by the way.
I don't know.
Sorry, one second. Let me see.
Yeah.
Let me see your head.
Someone point the white guy out
Let me
in
see.
this
Look
video.
down. It's got a little bit of blood.
Where?
Let me see your hands.
See, I'm all right, yeah?
Oh.
Mate, I just want to check that you're not hurt, okay?
A white man has emerged.
I don't know.
Can you take this harness off for a moment?
I can't.
Why can't you?
Because I'm filming.
I know you're filming, but I need to check you, sir, for any wounds, okay?
Yeah.
And I need to do a proper check on you, okay?
I'm okay.
Sir, let me see your back.
Sir, no disrespect, I'm not taking you off. Sorry, can I lean on you?
Sir, then you can lean on me, but you can do whatever you want. If you don't want me to check you, I won't check you, sir.
It's okay.
I need to check your armpit. Just lift your arm. Let me have a look.
Yeah. Fucking hell. Sorry if I touched you,
It's all
sorry.
right, you can touch me.
I think I'm alright.
He's refusing to take his hands off, all right?
Ah!
Bruises to the back.
Just bruises, yeah?
Yeah, just bruises.
All right, okay,
Mate,
cool.
I'm going to chest check.
What the hell is that? What's that?
It's blood. It's a graze.
I didn't ask you to search me.
What? I've got to search you. I've got to search you. You've got a stab wound. I'm making sure you haven't got any injuries on you and you're not bleeding from anywhere, okay? I want to see if there's any wet patches, if there's any blood coming out, okay? That's my job.
Yeah. Fuck. Right.
Do you want an ambulance?
If you can't see any cuts, then I'm okay.
Too late.
I think I'm in a shock a little bit.
Yeah, you might be in shock.
Well, other than that.
You've got a lot of bruising on your head, sir.
Where?
All around the front of your head, you're bruised.
Have I?
Okay?
Yeah, good point. So the police officer saying here you've got bruises all over your head. At this point in this sort of confrontation, the damage might not be apparent until after the situation is already over. So a lot of the time, like when you get into a violent confrontation, people say, "Oh, he's turned white as a sheet." There's a reason why you turn white, right? And the reason is that your body, when it floods with adrenaline and cortisol, is sending all the blood to the important parts of your body, your internal organs and your muscles, for running away. That's why a lot of people shit themselves. It's not out of fear, it's because your body doesn't actually need what's in your stomach anymore. So a lot of soldiers report shit themselves, piss themselves. They don't even know it's happened at all whatsoever. So later on, when you relax, that's often when you bleed out and the damage becomes apparent. So go to the cop here for checking to make sure that he's not got any like serious injuries.
Yeah. You got red marks all over your head. You got some scuffs in your face.
Oh yeah, I can see him. Yeah.
All right.
Fucking hell.
AB, I've spoken to our CID department.
Yes.
Okay. And due to the level of injuries another man has sustained during this assault today, okay, unfortunately I'm going to have to place you under arrest for GBH. You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention, when questioned, something you later rely on in court.
So.
Yep, that's the UK. You get attacked by a gang of migrants and you go to jail.
You can tell by the demeanour on the policeman's face here that he knows that what he's doing doesn't really sit right with him, because he knows who the bad guys are, he knows who the good guys are, and he knows that guy deserved to get his jaw broken. But he's got to follow the law, and this is the reason why a lot of police officers don't end up sticking with the job, because they're forced to do things they disagree with, really. In reality, if in a perfect world, he should walk off scot-free and not have to sit at the police station for the next 12 hours explaining himself. But the other guy broke his jaw, the guy who didn't need to be in this country in the first place, who's got no responsibility to. But he did break his jaw, and the police, like I say, turn up 10 minutes after the crime's been committed, so they can't really say what went on, and they didn't see anything. They've only got other people's witness statements to go off. So if another guy's broke his jaw, that's the thing you've got to deal with as well. If you put yourself in this sort of situation, you hit someone and they get badly injured, you could come off worse, not just physically, but also legally.
Anything you do say, maybe give it in evidence. We need to give you. We need you.
I live in London and police are garbage. I work in construction. Got into an argument with a guy, not from here. He came with a hammer and tried to hit me, missed. Police came, 2 girls, they said, "What do you want me to do, arrest him?" Mockingly. Usuallys.
Yeah, they're hiring a lot of women so that the police can do nothing. That's literally the whole point. They're increasing the amount of women that are getting hired onto the police force so that they're even more useless, so that more crime gets committed. Fucking retarded, man. And to make matters worse, they take away all your guns, so you can't even defend yourself. It's just brilliant. Thanks for the donation, Luigi.
You to give your account of what's happened today in regards to this GBH, okay? So the time is now 16:12, all right? So just relax for a moment. It's not necessary for me to cuff you, okay? You've been fine with us. This is protocol and procedure to ensure that all evidence is collected correctly. Time 16:12, Heston House Hotel.
They drew first blood, not me. Yeah, the original guy tried slapping him up and then went for a weapon and then followed him into other guy's garden and tried assaulting him with a stick even more, roughed him up. The body camera didn't really see exactly what went on, so we didn't see just how badly he was hurt, but the police officer said he had bruises and blood all over him. But the guy who got his jaw broke, he could have just left it. There's no need for anyone else to even get involved. There's no need for the original guy to attack him, really. He could have just walked out shot. You don't have the right to just attack someone because someone's got a camera out and you don't like that they're taking pictures of you. But the other people, they just join it on instinct. They feel themselves to be part of a group and they're a part of their team. And when you're not thinking logically and you're just reacting emotionally, you join in on what other people are doing. And you often end up doing things you wouldn't normally do if you weren't part of that group.
Obviously, I want to get evidence by way of prompt and effective interview, taped interview, and we can get that all sorted out. We have to secure evidence, and obviously I don't want any more violence happening today. I'm not saying it would be from you. I'm saying that I want to protect you and protect anybody else.
Just on that speaker. I suppose you need that.
Sorry? Yeah, could you just, would you mind putting up the space? Because I've got to search this gentleman. I'm going to be careful because I know he's got some aches and pains. And obviously I'm going to be as sympathetic and professional as I can, sir. Sure, so you don't have to put anything in the floor, will it? You okay? Yeah, I know.
To sum up, learn how to protect yourself because other people are not going to come and defend you. I wouldn't say go up and put yourself in this sort of situation, but if you do, realise that this is the danger that you could be in. The SIA are an absolutely pointless institution that do nothing, essentially. They teach you no physical intervention skills whatsoever and not preparing any of these security guards.
Yeah, that's the UK for you.
People believe that looks don't matter. It's easy to convince yourself if you're, not an attractive person that this is not a metric that matters, when it's arguably one of the most important for your overall well-being. If you are good looking, no one's going to take your opinion seriously. What's the point of it all? What's the end goal? There's no end goal to looks maxing. The only real goal is to get better looking, no matter what it takes.
Why do you think you have become so popular over the past few months?
I would say because of my authenticity with everything that I do, even if it might make me
adopted a stray about 5 days ago. Very timid. Is it better to slowly push boundaries? Let her come to me. Let her come to you. Cats will just observe you for a while, and they'll figure out that you're safe to be around. So, just give the kitty their space. They'll observe you, and they'll slowly realize that you're safe and a good person, and then they'll warm up to you. Just like my Gum here. Gum's your good kitty. He wasn't sure about me at first, but then he warmed up to me. Now he's my little cuddle cat. We cuddle all day long. We cuddle when we go to bed, cuddle in the mornings when I'm having my breakfast, cuddle when I take naps, cuddle when I'm streaming. It's my little cuddle kitty.
perceived a little worse.
He's got the worst of both traits, the worst of the men combined with the worst of the women.
So we previously had Greg Doucette on the podcast. Oh, geez. He sent over a few...
Gotta ask, which social medias are you banned from?
I am banned from Instagram and YouTube right now.
Do you know why you got banned?
Something to do with like the new AI moderation system.
The fuck? Didn't know he was banned from YouTube. It's probably for, see a lot of people getting banned for using needles on camera, like regardless of what it is. And I know he has used needles on camera before, quite a few times. And a lot of dudes who are, like, telling you how to take drugs, that also gets banned a lot.
I had one of my live accounts taken down that uploads like my kick VODs, which are, pretty over the line. So, and then for some reason I got my main channel flagged, even though there was no correlation between the channels.
They didn't give you an actual reason as to exactly why?
I believe it was for talking about pharmaceuticals, and something peptide related is a no-go on YouTube now.
Did your business take a big hit from these social media accounts being banned?
Not really. That's not my main source of revenue. YouTube is kind of just like a side project, and I use that to post a lot of my like informational content. So YouTube actually operates at a loss for me.
So your main thing is to get to look as good as you possibly can,
Right.
taking whatever measures necessary to be, what would you call, an Adam or a Chad?
Something like that. Yeah, there's a lot of like terminology out there. I just think of it as improving. I don't really have like an end goal in mind. Like I know that looks maxing is a pretty much never ending process. Like there's really no looks max that you could achieve. So just seeing like how far you can go, what you can achieve is kind of my mentality.
So why do so many people believe that looks don't matter?
It's a lot of cope. It's a lot of people living in delusion, fantasy land, because it's easy to convince yourself if you're, not an attractive person that this is not a metric that matters when it's arguably one of the most important for your overall well-being.
How much would you say looks matters compared to something like personality?
It matters so much more because your personality is correlated with your looks via the halo effect, right? So people are going to perceive your personality, your interests, your hobbies vastly different if you're good looking versus not. So it's, a direct correlation.
What would you say are your most attractive and least attractive features right now?
Most attractive features, I would say that I've got a pretty good hairline. I am, pretty young, so that's one of the things that I should. And I would say that my jaw from the front profile is pretty good. So I would say that. And least attractive features, I would say that my nose and as well as maybe like the total height of my skull could be a little better.
How is that not body dysmorphia?
Well, it could be, absolutely. And I think a lot of people usually end up there, but it's just about how you're going to let this affect your overall mental well-being, right? You asked me that question and I, sat there and thought about it. But it's not something I ever think about on a day-to-day basis. I'm not like, oh my God, I don't want to go outside today because my alar base is too wide or something like that.
What is that?
Just the width of your nose. So, that's not a thought process. That's not a mentality that I hold. It's just I know that I have to improve. I have to get better,
But at the same time, thinking about your nose, don't you think that time would be better spent elsewhere?
Not really, because once again, it's not something I ever think about just on a day-to-day
Nah, I haven't seen the clip of Clav arguing with his girlfriend.
basis. It's like I know that the steps that are required to fix this, what we call a phalo, would be rhinoplasty, but that's the extent of the thought process, the mental burden. So I don't really see it as problematic.
So why did you start this entire process? What did you feel like you were missing in your life?
I didn't really think that I was missing anything, and the way that it kind of took on was I was pretty big into bodybuilding. I liked watching Rich Piana when I was growing up, and I had a home gym that I was working out without really any idea what I was doing. So, and then I kind of learned through my use of forums when I was growing up about right, and I was already lifting weights, and I was like, well, if I could have this cheat code essentially that's going to get me to my desired physique, get me my results quicker, why would I not do it? It's not like your typical person who ups on at that age where they're like, oh, I want to look like David Lade or Jeff Side. That's not my mentality. It was just an objective. Okay, here's a tool that I could utilize, and I'm going to do so.
So you hopped on at 14, right?
Correct.
And was any part of your brain concerned with consequences of taking that at such a young age?
No, not at all.
So what was the mentality going into it? It's just strictly like, this will help me reach my goals at a faster rate.
Absolutely.
Barring whatever consequences.
Yeah, and it seems pretty silly to not take, like it seemed more ridiculous to not take at the time than to take them, because of how much quicker I could achieve that physique.
But why not do that naturally and then without taking this? Because at 14, you would just assume that you're already going to make a lot of progress, so there's no point to doing.
Well, I mean, that mentality, I think, is holding a lot of people back. Like, why not do it naturally? Because it's going to not only take longer, but you're not going to get nearly the results that you otherwise could, So just not doing whatever it takes was completely off the table for me. That's like the Rich Piana mentality, whatever it takes.
How did you get them?
Just ordering on the internet.
You were not concerned about ordering off the internet?
No.
How did you know what you were going to get, though? How do you know it's going to be legitimate, and how do you know what to take?
Well, I mean, I did my due diligence with online forums and talking about this stuff. So it took me a little while to figure it out, but same way everyone else does.
And what about your parents? Did they have any idea that you were doing this?
Yeah, they were not happy with my decision. They would go and go through my room from time to time and take them away, or snipe the mail. They'd always be going through my packages, trying to intercept. But they were not in support at all. But
did you have any of?
Yeah, I like driving games. I have to RMA my wheelbase. I was waiting till after the holidays because mail delivery and whatnot. So I'll do that probably tomorrow. Fuck this. They're just asking like really stupid pedestrian questions.
To my cranium. I think your homemade device is up your ass right now. That's why you're so giggly. Oh my God, man. Keep the drugs away from Jason.
Whoa! It's your boy. Profiling, strofiling. Limousine riding, son of a gun. All right, peace out.
Another garbage set from the shitlord.
Look at those farm boys and Leticia store size on Latizoids.
Latizoids? That's about the most exercise you get is posing. You're doing it wrong.
Working those shoulders, baby.
I really wish I could see what you see. What are you doing? Oh, my fucker. Just another one of my workouts destroyed because of your dumbass.
Who cares? We're freaks.
You don't have to make those stupid noises, all right, monkey prick? Knock it off. Just lift the weight and breathe. It's 40, Jason, not 400.
I had a good workout today. I was actually able to overhead press normally. I think the hypothyroidism was causing the muscle aches that I was having. But they're getting better. And I've been stretching and using the massage gun. And I was able to overhead press the way I normally do.
All right, relax. Go a little bit faster. Go as fast as you can. Come on.
Sick.
I like rats. Rats are good. Rats are really nice. Love rats.
Warning, this content is for entertainment and education. GH releasing stimulating peptides versus actual GH in terms of sleep, muscle growth, fat loss. Are they overhyped, and do they have a place for competitive bodybuilders? Well, I would say, even in the TRT community, they may have some benefit. And I've talked about this before. You can do the math on it, the rough math. And this is not anything scientific, but when we look at these GH releasing peptides, or Cimarelin, Ipamorelin, all of these GHRPs, all of these peptides, you get a marginal increase of your natural GH production. And I have found that guys that are younger seem to get more out of these than older dudes do. And it makes sense when you think about it, because your pituitary function is better when you're younger. I've seen numbers where, you'll get up to like a 40 to 50% increase in natural GH production. But think about it. If you're a 40-year-old dude and you're only making a half a unit a day, if we're equating it to taking exogenous GH, I'm just throwing arbitrary math out there, but let's just say if it's a 40% increase and you're making the equivalent of a half a unit per day, what are you at, 0.7 units, 0.75 units now? I mean, how noticeable is that going to be? It's probably not going to make that much of a difference. Now, for a younger guy that's making 2-3 units equivalent per day, you can get yourself up to 3 or 4. That might make a difference. And I've seen, you know, anecdotal things. I've seen guys report, you know, having a little more energy on these, feeling a little bit better, body composition improves a bit, but it's never going to replace.
I really like her butt. She might have my favorite butt. Yeah, I think she actually does have my favorite butt. I like muscular butts. It's a really nice muscular butt. That's a wonderful hiney. That really is just a wonderful rear end. Girls look so great when they take steroids. More people really should take steroids. That's a good butt. I like butts. I'm not feeling good today. I'm gonna just relax in bed. It's not in a good mood. I'm gonna just relax. But yeah, hopefully tomorrow I'll feel better. But I just can't today. My brain is in nope mode. I am in full-on nope mode today. But big thanks to everybody who donated on Streamlabs. Really appreciate it. I'll try to feel better for tomorrow. If I still feel like I'm in a shitty mood tomorrow, I'll just take tomorrow off. We'll see though. I might feel totally different tomorrow morning, but yeah, I need to just relax. But thanks again, everybody. I'll maybe see you all tomorrow, but I just gotta relax. Hope you understand. But sweet dreams. Hope you enjoyed your holidays. Make sure to stay on that alpha male grind set and looks max so you can mog everybody. And sweet dreams.